All right, welcome back to the Day One Perspective, guys. Today, we wanted to post an open invite to you all. The Day One Perspective team is going to be at the range specific days per month, and we're just going to be out there just doing some training. There's not going to be much really formal instruction on these days. It'll just be more of like drill-based, maybe some light fitness, more of kind of a choose-your-own-adventure thing. Also, we're going to cover some women's-only pistol classes that Jenay is going to be doing. So that's the basis of today. Do you guys want to start talking about the little training stuff?
Yeah, training day.
Training day?
Training days out at Texas Shooting Academy.
Yeah. So after Jake's intense intro.
Super intense intro.
Yeah.
That's good. You nailed it.
Now, basically, just like we've been talking about it for a while, but starting a thing where there's like always some mystery behind how we're training and stuff like that. But basically just set up a day. Really kind of like first started thinking about it and just including like people at our gym, but then kind of started thinking, well, maybe we'll just invite whoever. So really what it is you'll come, pay the range fee. We're going to be in a bay training. And if you want to come along and shoot with us, you can, type situation. So
yeah,
definitely come. Like, we're certainly going to help people out. If you're new and stuff like that, but it's not going to be I'm the instructor or Jenay's the instructor, because we're going to be there shooting and training too. So yeah, like I would say, just like I was really never Jenay's like shooting instructor. We showed up at the range at the same time and started shooting. That's kind of be the feel of what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can talk about yours, what you think about it now.
Yeah, so I think they can expect like running through some drills with us, and they would show up with pistol, rifle, ammo for both.
Yeah.
And then we'll take care of setting the drills up and resources to do that. So really, if you are interested in coming, you just have to bring you in your great eye suit and your gear and your ammo, and we'll take care of the rest from there.
If you guys don't have gear, we have gear that you guys can borrow to use. So if you're new and looking to get in the sport and you don't have a holster or a plate carrier or something like that, you haven't bought a pistol or a rifle yet, you're not sure what to pay for, come try some stuff out. We'll have various different pistols, gear, holsters, whatever. So you can try different things and figure out what works for you. So what I use and Jenay uses is slightly different. So
yeah, right on.
Yeah, but I mean, mainly, certainly kind of go through the typical kind of drills that we usually shoot type thing. And then we'll certainly set up, some deals where we all kind of start at the same time. But, like we were talking about earlier before we started, if one person wants to work on sandbag reps and another person wants to work on farmer's handle carries and another person wants to work on overhead axle, whatever.
Or biker.
Or biker, like
machine.
During a rowing, biker, whatever. During that 5 or 10 minute, probably 5-minute iteration of a short physical portion, then shooting short. So it's really just getting reps at doing the thing, Somebody in lane 1 might be doing a bag. Somebody in lane 3 might be doing a farmer's handle carry, and there is no score time. We're not judging your targets. You go down there, you take a picture of your own target, and you assess what how you did that time, and maybe how it changed from when you weren't breathing hard and all that other stuff. So very informal, no scores, no competition, no formal instruction. We're all out there training together. I feel like it's going to be kind of I think one of the biggest barriers to people getting into the sport and getting started is the fear of somebody saying go and a stopwatch.
Yep.
So it kind of takes all of that out of it, and is a good way to be introduced to the sport. And honestly, the best way to figure it out is to watch people that know what they're doing. And you can come hang out for half the day and just watch people that know what they're doing. And then for the second half of the day, pull out your guns and start imitating what they're doing.
Sure.
anyway, but yeah, I think it's just a good opportunity for people to get out there, get started, get their feet wet. Or if you're really experienced and you've always wondered what Jenay does at the range, you can go and figure out all of her secrets.
I don't know about that.
A lot of picking wildflowers and dancing at the range.
Yeah, you know me. How should they contact us if they want to?
So
Join in
we'll
on the
post
fun.
about this on our socials and we'll share it and stuff like that. Just shoot us a message, whether it's one of us three or the Day One Perspective podcast page. Just shoot us a message and we'll get it all written down and figure out who's going to go where and do that.
Yeah, I think just a heads up on if you're coming
Yeah.
to help us know resource wise, like what we need to accommodate for that.
Yeah, because we'll supply all sticks, targets, staples, stuff like that.
What are our first 2 dates that we've got?
January 25th and then January 25th and then February the 15th.
Cool.
Nice.
Now, you've been talking about doing your own training class. You started talking about it earlier, like earlier as in last year. So I have this thing where it's definitely, you don't need my approval to put on a class, but I do think that you have to achieve certain things and a certain level of proficiency and knowledge in something before you instruct. And anyway, talking about this year, you've definitely proven yourself. You know what you're doing, you know how to train people, and then you've gone out, you've done the thing, you've won, you've proven that the way that you train and the way that you do stuff works. So now you're putting on an all women's class.
Yeah. So yeah, I have been wanting to do this for a while. I think that idea and desire comes from other people helping me out and getting started. I literally wouldn't be able to do this sport if it wasn't for some awesome folks in my life that took their time to teach me. So with the women's only course, it'll be 2 days, but each day can be independently taken on. So you can either do both days or you can just come for the first day or just come for the second day. Goal is to work on basics of shooting, pistol and rifle on day 1. And then on day 2, it'll be a little bit more high level stuff. Still very approachable. If you joined on day 1 and it's more of like your first time doing all of this, then you can definitely still do the drills on day 2. But I think there will be a little bit more variability for someone who's a little bit more. Do you want me to stop?
No,
now?
you're good.
Okay.
I'm just looking at stuff.
We're not cutting this out.
No, we're good.
Yeah. So
Distracting me,
you could
but-
say day 1, if you had to put a label on it, would be like the 101.
Yeah, 101.
And then day 2 would be 102.
Yeah.
So like more advanced day 2,
Mhm.
more complex drills. I wouldn't say complex, but just like maybe timed, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then day 1 is the crawl day. Day 2 is the walk day.
Yeah.
Walk/run.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So no, I think, and then, so day 1, if I'm going to sign up for the class, I can sign up for day 1
Mhm.
and only do day 1, the intro day, or
Right.
the 101 day.
Correct.
And I don't have to come to the 102.
Yes.
And if I'm already a little bit more advanced, I don't have to come to the
Day 1.
day 1. I can only come to the day 2 and just get the more day 2 instruction.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that gives something for everyone.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to help some people out with that, with learning how to handle firearms and hopefully get into our sport. If you have interest in that as well. But I think day 1 will consist of doing some things not at the range to start. So just practicing more dry fire style, getting really confident with how to handle our weapons. And then we can go out to the range in the afternoon or midday and run through that live.
And kind of helping you out here, the in what we've done in training and the way I trained when I was real serious about wanting to win and stuff, and the way that you train, if you were an advanced person, I would definitely say that there's a lot of value in that first day too, because how percentage wise, when you and I are at the range shooting, how much would you say that how much time and ammo allotment would you say that we put towards basics?
Strong majority.
And then how much of that time and ammo allotment do we put towards the more advanced stuff?
Yeah, much less.
Much less.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of value in that day one, because that's where you and I live most of the time when we're training.
Mhm.
And I think that if there was a long video of the year of the train up for nationals, people would turn it off and fall asleep because it's very repetitive and very boring for most of the year. And the IG worthy fast shooting stuff makes up like 10%, maybe not even 10%, like 5-10%. Because the IG fast shooting stuff comes pretty easy when you get really good at all the other stuff. So if you are an advanced shooter, definitely don't think that it would be time wasted or money wasted by coming to day one, because that's probably where your eyes will be opened to what is really getting you where you want to be.
Yeah.
So
Totally agree.
All right, next question. It just came up to my mind. So let's say I'm a new shooter and I'm scared of day two. Can I pay for day one and just come observe on day two?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I don't have to pay, but I can just come and watch.
Would love that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Come be present. Don't pay for it. And just be there. Have a great time.
Just trying to think of things people may ask.
Yeah,
No,
they're
that's
gonna ask.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want them to contact us or you to get signed up for this one as well?
Jenay loves Instagram messaging.
Oh yeah. God
Responds
bless.
so fast to both text message and Instagram.
How do you know this about me?
Send a message today, and in 2 weeks you'll have your answer.
Okay. I'm working
She'll
on
respond
it.
back in maybe 14 to 15 business days.
Oh, I hate this about me. No, I will answer the DMs. But yes, hit me up on Instagram messages, or you can reach out to Day One Perspective. Either one will get forwarded to me. So I would love if you can DM me, and I will let you know more information about how to hold a spot.
If you've waited more than 96 hours for a response, send a message to Jake. Jake responds.
My response time is 12 hours. Yeah. Or less. 12 hours or less.
Y'all, I'm working on it. Okay.
It's just business rules back in the day. It's just business rules.
Maybe if I wasn't coaching so much.
Oh.
Just kidding. Even then, I still would have won them.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
me
It's so full of shit.
yeah.
What else? Anything else that I didn't cover?
No.
I think that's pretty easy. Did we tell people the stuff for the training days, like the costs? Just like the range fee
range
plus
range fee plus
$10 or
$10,
whatever.
and that $10 is going to be for paper, staples, making new implements, buying machines,
Water,
just
stuff like that.
we're not going to provide water. Bring your own water. It's just going to be reinvesting into making the next month better, and the next month better than that. So that way we have more, better, cooler stuff, and we don't have to steal my stuff to put on the event every month. But it's all going back into it, and this is more of a training gets old and boring, and it's going to be a good way to get me to the range once a month to get reps on stuff, because both of y'all is my witness. I don't shoot a lot, so it's just going to be a good way for me to stay active in it, for Jenay to stay active in it. And there's just like coaching at the gym, like there's probably a lot of times that if I didn't have a gym or I wasn't coaching or I wasn't doing something, I wouldn't work as hard at it. So it's like the engagement with people reminds you that it's worth it, and reminds you that it's a cool sport and all that stuff. So, it's good for us too.
Cool.
Totally agree.
You want to talk about that bag behind you?
Oh yeah.
Put you on the spot here.
Yeah. So This podcast is now sponsored by Colonel's Coffee.
Mhm.
We have been loving this at home recently. We've done it with both drip and pour overs. Pour overs being my favorite. But it's been great.
Yeah. So
What do you have to say about it?
Brody and Colonel's Coffee have been super cool to us. They reached out and sent us a couple bags, and we tried it over our honeymoon and over December and loved it, and talked to them about supporting the podcast. And so we have a code. It's called Day One, DAYONE. If you put that in on Colonel's Coffee, you guys will save 10%, and then we get a little kickback, and the kickback is going to go to making this podcast better, and then being able to do bigger and better things for you guys. So please go support Colonel's Coffee, and in turn that goes back and supports us.
Yeah, right on. I think another cool note about something that I loved about his story, Brody's story, when he was sharing about this company, is that they send some of the profits towards Step Up Foundation, which I figure a lot of people listening to this probably do CrossFit or some sort of fitness, that they would know the Chad 1000 challenge, which is 1,000 box step ups for time with a ruck. It's usually done every Memorial Day, right?
I think so, yeah.
Memorial Day. And part of the profits go towards that foundation.
Veterans Day, I think. Memorial Day is Murph.
You're right. I get them confused.
I think it's Veterans Day.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I love that some of the money goes towards that as well. I think it's a good cause. Support our veterans.
Cool.
Trying to say I love it. I'm just kidding. I've never even taken a drink of it, but I'm sure it's
We're
great.
going to change that.
Yeah.
We have a bag coming for you.
Yeah, it's cool. So can you get it like whole bean, or is it?
You can get it whole bean or ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they have different stuff on the website, different merchandise and stuff on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have the Cowboy blend right now.
Y'all should do it like Cowboy Coffee. You know what Cowboy Coffee is?
No, what's up?
You just you grind it up and put it in the pot with the water and boil it all together. And then you pour a little bit of cold water on the top of it, and then all the beans sink to the bottom. And then you just pour the coffee out of the top. So they call it Cowboy Coffee.
Oh my gosh. Never knew that was a thing, but that's cool.
Yeah. That's how, growing up when we were at my ranch, we didn't have any power or running water or anything like that. So my dad was huge coffee, and that's how he always made his coffee in the morning.
That's so cool.
Don't you use like a French press now out there?
I think that's probably why I have so much hair on my chest. That's the way I made coffee for a long time, because it's super fast. And I drink, probably like, according to my coffee pot, I drink 24 cups of coffee a day.
24.
I drink 2 pots of coffee a day.
He needs this coffee more than we do.
Yeah. This Colonel Coffee is going to do great for Jared.
It's pretty cool, because you get like, every now and then you get a little bit of
beans,
like coffee, like the actual kernel of coffee or whatever it is, like the grind. I'm a coffee expert, but no, Jenay makes fun of me because I get gas station coffee. It keeps my immune system strong.
Oh my gosh!
When you're traveling, gas station coffee is it.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, cool. But I mean, I remember y'all asked me about it, but I had no idea about it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
More on that to come. I know that we're gonna end up doing a giveaway soon. So
yeah, we're gonna try to do it on the next podcast. We're just waiting on stuff to get here for that.
Sounds good.
Giveaway coming. All right, we'll see you guys next time.